Hello, guys and dolls. I am back with another episode of The Breakdown. This is Budget Beauties, The Breakdown, and I am Lindsay Beatty. I am the creative force behind Budget Beauty, and I am the face of Budget Beauty. So, this is The Breakdown. Today, we are breaking down a look that I did and trying to put a little bit of science and magic behind what I did, talk in detail in reverse order about what I did. So I decided took the time to do my makeup this morning, and I had a little bit of time, so I was like, I'll play around and do some things, and then I'll do an episode later on to talk about what I did. So here we are. So let's get started. So I decided I got this new dress. It was a dress made by a dressmaker called King Fancy on Amazon. And you guys had heard me talk about it, and I've done another breakdown where I had on it was a green and blue and yellow plaid dress. And so this is the other one of that dress. I have three now. So I ordered that one, and then I got one that's yellow with white flowers, white and black outlined flowers on it. And then I got this one, which is it's got roses. It's got big red roses on it. So this is what this looks like. And then I got these earrings. I went to the Southeast Punk Flea Market this past weekend, and I got these earrings, and they are, I like to call them murder sticks. They are, I'm trying to hold it up for the camera so you guys can see. They're cleavers with roses on them. So I was like, oh, I like those. And they go with this dress. So I was very pleased to find these. So yeah, the roses immediately sold me on it because I was like, I have a dress that would go with perfectly. And then I wore to accessorize, and I have the other one on this side. I wore to accessorize this red flower in my hair. So, in keeping with the fact that I'm wearing this red rose dress, I had an epiphany, and I was like, you know what, we should do red makeup. So that's what I did. And y'all know I have a struggle with red makeup. I cannot get red makeup sometimes to work for me. Now, that being said, I do have some that works now, but it was a struggle there for a minute. That's why I preferred like my eyeshadow. Not so much the lipstick and all, but the eyeshadow, yes, that was a problem. So, eyeshadow wise, I did not wear this today, but this is the red. I have the NYX Ultimate Glow Shots. This is a liquid liquid eyeshadow, and it works really well. My only issue with this is it has glitter in it, and so the glitter kind of gets everywhere once I go to take it off. But overall, the coverage is great, and it's fantastic once you get it on and you let it dry. It was, as a matter of fact, it was the first one of the liquid glow shots that I bought. And so I now have like 8 of them. I think I have 7. I have 7 of them, but they're very good. That red though, once it dries down, gorgeous. So we're gonna get into what I actually used today, and maybe touch up a little bit. I need to freshen this up because, as you can see, I'm slightly shiny now. This has been a couple of hours later. I got started. I put my makeup on probably about 8:30ish this morning. I started around about 8:30 and finished about 9. And so it is now a little bit after 8. So it's been 12 hours. Almost 12 hours. So yeah, it's it's been put through the paces this morning and this afternoon. So I did want to detail what I did. So let's get started. To start with, I did not use the ColourPop eyeshadow primer. I went back to my old standby for a minute. I used the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. This is the anti-aging version. Still goes on real smooth and creamy, and I love it. It dries down fast. No spaciness in it, and no separating and all of that. Yeah, the ColourPop is, we're gonna have to work with that and figure out how to make that work. It dries quickly, I will give it that, but I have some issues that you guys have seen when I put it on yesterday. And if you watched when I upload episode 21 of the main series for Budget Beauty, I had a little bit of issue with my eyeshadow working with that primer. So yeah, I'm kind of like, we'll see. I like ColourPop stuff, so I'm willing to give it some leeway and some extra something. Speaking of which, yesterday in that episode, and I said in that episode that that gold, let me find it real quick. This gold Wet n Wild color icon multi-stick was going to crease, and boy, I was not lying. Y'all, when I took that thing off last night, I went to go take my makeup off. I'd had it on for a couple of hours at that point. Y'all, it creased so much. I don't think I've ever seen anything crease like that before. It had creased, and it was very much just in spots. It wasn't smooth across my eye anymore. It was fine for the first couple of hours, and then probably around about, I think I took my makeup off. I put that on and filmed that episode probably like 10 o'clock yesterday morning, Sunday morning, and probably I took it off probably about 9:50, almost 10 o'clock last night, Sunday night. And y'all, it was just all over my eye, like peeled in spots. It was just bunched up and creased up, and oh, it was awful. It came off real easy though, unlike the other ones, the matte ones. This green matte one, because I think I have it down here. I think I have it. Yes, I do. This green matte one did not want to come off whatsoever when I took it off with my makeup wipes. I did use, to get things off my eye though yesterday, I did use makeup remover. I used the Neutrogena oil-free makeup remover. That seemed to work really well. It broke it down because it was already broken down anyway, so it didn't take much to get it off. But yeah, I did use that in combination with makeup remover, my Neutrogena makeup remover towelettes, to do my face, and then I went over my eyes one more time, and then I also did because I had on mascara. If you watched that episode, when you watch that episode, you'll see I put on mascara. So yeah, but it creased so bad. I should have took a picture, but it was not good. So I know definitely, don't wear that as a main thing. You're gonna have to wear that as a topper. Something, you're gonna have to do something with it. You're gonna have to put something over the top of that. And definitely don't wear it as just a plain I'm wearing eyeshadow. So anyway, back to today's stuff. So once I put that on, I did use my little Mr. Soft pencil. I did Mr. Soft pencil here and did the top part. I did my crease cut up here, and it's held up decently over the time. I did have to go over it a little bit once I put it on, because I did kind of get foundation up here, because I was trying to get the space in between my eyes to get the foundation right. And yeah, but this side probably needs a little touch up. But like I say, it's 8 o'clock and I'm home for the evening. I've been to work and I am not going anywhere after I finish this episode. So yeah, I filled it in a little bit. But yeah, after a little bit of time, it only needed a little bit of touching up there. So I did do under the eye. I also did I used this Absolute New York Absolute Blackout eyeliner. And then I had to go in and fill in because it got a little spacey up underneath my eye too. And I was like, I don't like that. But I filled it in with my my pencil, my usual pencil. I'm trying to find her. Swerve is the ColourPop cream gel liner that I always use, because I also did it over the top of my lash line today, and then I gave myself a wing Now, I very smartly did my face makeup and then added the wing. We learned. I did do that. It turned out nicely. I was very, very, very pleased with that. And the wing has held up decently in the time. So you can see on this side, this actually turned out really well on this side. This side, not so much. This one was being weird. But yeah. So then that was my my pre eyeshadow stuff. For the eyeshadow, so I went to an old favorite, and y'all hear me talk all the time about how much I love Juvia's Place. I used Juvia's Place, the Zulu palette, to do my eyeshadow today, and I'm gonna show y'all why real quick. So this is the Zulu palette. Now on the back here it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9 are not intended for use around the immediate eye area. Well, I'm like, well, baby, that's like most of it. That's most of these palettes. Most of these 10s. The eyeshadows are number 6 and 7. So the ones that I named that they said weren't for use around the eye, those are pressed pigments. But your girl, so we're gonna figure out what's what. I'm like, well, what you want me to use this for? I don't understand what I'm supposed to use it for. If it ain't for around the immediate eye, these are some very matte colors. So that's why I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with it then? Am I supposed to use? I don't understand. So this is the color story in the Zulu palette, and I used this one right here. There's red right here. And then I used this one, where my thumb is, as a topper. So I did this because this is a matte red base. So I use this as the base. And then I use this, the shimmery shade, as a topper on top of that. So that's why you can see, you can't really see the shimmer on it, but I promise you there's shimmer there. I used those two shades, and I got it turned out fantastic. I love how it turned out. I was very pleased. Very pleased. So, let me see here. So that was 8 and 9. They said you ain't supposed to use 8 and 9. Well, your girl used 8 and 9. 6 and 7 are supposed to be the only eyeshadow ones. Okay. Well, we used 8 and 9. Now, hopefully, when I go to take this off, it won't be a problem. Actually, no, you know what? I lied. This is 6 and 7. Okay, so I used, so it goes across 1, 2, 3. I know y'all can't really see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I've worn this one before. It's a really nice teal shade. 7, 8, 9. So I used 8. This is 8. And 7. So this one is supposed to be for your eye. This one is not. But it went on fine. So, and as you can see, it held up very well. You can see it did not. It is not. As far as I can tell, it is not creased. And I had to remember too what palette I had red in. So there's that. Let me look to see, because I don't think it creased at all. Let me see. I'm looking in this mirror. Nope, not at all. Absolutely no creasing. No crease. I pulled my Conair lighted mirror up. No creasing. That's literally the shimmer shade that's showing up on my eye. So for eyeshadow, great. Excellent results. Very pleased. Y'all know how much I love Juvia's Place. I expect greatness from them. And I usually get it using their products. That's why I have bought almost all of their palettes. Almost all. So then, now for the mascara, we did a little something here. I used the Essence Lash Princess mascara primer. I used this one. And then I went over the top of it with Curl and Volume of the Essence Lash Princess. Really like that. And as y'all can see, I do have volume. It looks like I have a lot going on. Also got a lot of black going on around it, so there is that. But they are very full and pretty right now. And then I did touch it up a little bit once I put on this one, the Curl and Volume. This one I did use Call Me Queen to fan it out a little bit. So I liked the results of my eye this morning. I did. As you can see, they're you can see them there. They're real full and thick right now. So very pleased with the mascara. So then we did a little bit of face primer. And that was all for the eye. That was all the work that we did with the eye. So then we moved to the face. And also too, I try to do stuff while I'm waiting on something to dry. I do stuff. So while I was waiting on my eye to dry with my primer, I did my under eye and I put on my primer, my face primer. So this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. I have used it so much that the back of it is wiped off. Also, my hands be greasy. The hands be greasy. And then once I got to doing my actual face, I actually decided I wanted to use this. And see. So this is the Juvia's Place Natural Radiance I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation. And we remembered this time. We did not have a Meemaw moment. We remembered. Popped off the top. And I got a bunch all in this area. So I had to sit there and beat my face to get it to spread out and blend out like it should. And then I did not use concealer. I was thinking, what did I do? What else did I do? I did not use concealer today. I said, I'm going to just go with foundation, and then I'm going to use my setting powder. And that is what I did. I used the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Silky Finishing Powder. This is in the shade Warm Honey. And then, so I, put it on, got it on. So as you see, it's a little shiny over here. It's a little shiny in my face. So what we're going to do, because I also then used, on suggestion from Miss Gina, we use the Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. So I wonder though, and I'm gonna experiment with this too, because I have the NYX Matte Setting Spray. I'm gonna use that maybe next time I do face makeup. I'm gonna use that in conjunction with the setting powder to lock it all in and see how that works and see if we can't control a little bit of the shininess, because I suspect it's this causing the shininess still. This I noticed when I wear this Juvia's Place, the Natural Radiance, I noticed that it I get a little extra shine because you're supposed to be a little shiny. It's Natural Radiance. So that's why I'm like, okay, I expect that. So what we're going to do though, I'm going to see if I can't matte this down a little bit. I'm going to use a sponge, see if I can't soak up some of that excess. And because see, immediately you noticed once I do this, it takes down some of that shine almost immediately. So just in the real shiny areas. Now some of this is also my light that I have in here that I used for filming. So some of that is this, but for the most part, it is me. It is not the light that's causing that. It's just my skin over time gets a little, you got to touch it up. So, and I expect to do some touch up, so I'm not too upset about that. And see, brought it down. I'm now back to being matte. Let me get my nose a little bit and get my cheeks too. Because this is going to soak up some of that excess product that has generated on my face. Also, I mean, I've been moving around, and your skin is just naturally going to produce oil throughout the day. So I haven't been particularly running around and doing stuff, but it's going to produce some type of oil. So that's why I was like, let me touch it up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, for this being 12 hours later, this is fantastic. I'm not mad at it. I expected that. So yeah, I'm not mad at all. So then we did lips. Now, my lips I have drank and ate in the past 12 hours. But I used for my lips, I lined with Mr. Soft Pencil a little bit. And then I did the Sephora lip cream, the cream lip stain. I used that. This is in the shade 01. I can never tell what the actual name of it is. But it's the 01 shade. It's the first one. It's their red. Very little transfer. It is very little transfer. Now, y'all know I have this in pink. Y'all just ain't seen me wear it. But when I tell y'all this pink right here is pinking, woo, that thing is loud. It is a very loud hot pink. On par with this hot pink from NYX. But yeah. So then I locked everything down with my Microfine Stay All Night Microfine Mist Spray. And I used my Sweet Full fan, and that was that. That was the completed look. I have to say I was very, very pleased with the look today. I very much enjoyed it. I thought it turned out really well. I was very pleased with the end result. Didn't take a whole lot of time. And I got great results. I talked to my doctor today. I did a telehealth, and my doctor, I got on after I got off from work, and my doctor, all with my face all done up, and my doctor was like, "Oh, wait, look at you." That's because generally when I go to the doctor, I am not done up with full makeup. I am in there in I'm in with probably maybe my hair in a wig or something, but probably in sweatpants and a t-shirt, because I'm just going to the doctor. I'm literally running in here, letting her do whatever she need to do, poke and prod, and get out. Okay. And generally, because like I say, I have to go every 4 months because I'm diabetic and I have to keep up with my A1C and all of that. So I have to be like, I'm just gonna run in here and let her do what she need to do, stick me in the arm, draw this blood, make sure I'm cool, and then I'm out the door. So I'm generally not dressed up. And if I do go to work after I go to the doctor, which I generally do, I will come home and get ready and then go to work. So, or I just work from the house, so I'm not going to put on makeup anyway. But yeah, that's why she was so surprised when she saw me. She was like, "Ooh, look at you. You're so pretty." I was like, "Thank you." So, and my nurse that I always see when I go in there, and she's been with her a long time. And I've been going to my doctor for a long time. She said, "Hey, come look. I'm talking to Miss Hicks in here." Because I still use my maiden name when I go to the doctor. And so, because I haven't changed my name officially, but, so she says, "Come see, I'm talking to Miss Hicks. You got to see her. She all dolled up and pretty. She look like a doll." No, it's like, oh gosh. So I told her, I said, "Well, I got to dress up for work now." Usually when you see me, it's because I'm coming to you. And I'm probably not feeling that great anyway, but like I say, I also go for my maintenance. So, I'll be seeing her again next month, and probably when I go, I will not be dressed up. So, yeah, I had a good day. This was a good look, and I was very pleased. I was very, very pleased. So, that has been the look for today. I want to thank y'all for watching. Come back and watch the rest of my series. I have my main series for Budget Beauty, and then I have the beauty haul in addition to the breakdown, where I detail product purchases and things that I've bought and stuff that I love and I've been researching and I finally pulled the trigger on. So I like to say I have my 3 little babies that I have with Budget Beauty, and I don't know, maybe down the road I'll add some more. But for right now, those are the 3 I got. So come back and watch me and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. We'll see you later. Peace.